boys back. Now today we have Guy with a Sword versus 50 Cops. Ooh, wait. What is he, a ninja? Let's get this started. Let's go.
The date is April 3rd, 1997. And in the city of Seattle, Washington at around 11 a.m. 911.
Okay, I did not expect this to be in America since Americans are not that good with swords, but we're going to see what's going on. 1997. Ooh, wait, were y'all even born in 97? No, majority of y'all are not alive. I was alive. I'm a 90s baby, so I know all about the 90s.
Operators would receive a call that would change the course of history.
Hello, 911, what's your emergency?
There's a, black man. He's
oh, wait a minute. I'm dead ass did not think it would be a black dude. I have never in my life seen a black dude with a sword. And I know black people. All right, this is more like a Asian thing. I'll guess Japanese, Chinese. I could say I'll expect the person to be maybe white, but not a black person.
A samurai.
And why do they mention it's a black person? All right, what if they just say there's a guy outside with a sword? All right, I don't like that throwing the race in front of this first. All right.
Okay, calm down. Please don't racial profile.
Yeah, 911. I like that. That's right. Shout out to the 911 lady.
Does he appear to be dangerous?
He's just standing there, but everyone's freaking out.
What is your current location?
2nd and Pike.
Okay, I want you to stay on the line. I'm going to alert law enforcement of the situation.
Just send help now, please.
Calm for me, okay?
Yes, I'm very calm.
This call triggered.
It sounds like he's just scared because there's a black dude outside. All right, how big is he? It's a big black dude outside. Is that what you're scared of?
An 11-hour standoff, which would forever immortalize the name of the Seattle Street Samurai.
Shakes off the tear gas with almost super.
Wait a minute. First of all, no hairline. Okay, just because of that, he's a dangerous man. With the shades on, and he's holding it like he knows what he's doing. With the one glove. Come on, my God. What you, Michael Jackson? The black jacket. This is not what I expect him to be. I thought he'd be a dark-skinned little dude. He look a little light-skinned, don't he? Yeah. Let me see.
The man refuses to surrender his weapon without a fight.
There's talks about this guy online, but they're from forever ago. So I just thought I'd make a contribution by putting this amazing story in a digestible video format. I was genuinely floored to see that nobody had made a video about this, because this is insane. With nothing but sunglasses and a samurai sword to his name, this man held off an army of police officers for 11.
They know they could just shoot him, right? What? Y'all got AKs aiming at this guy with a sword? Okay, this is overboard, okay? Come on, man. It's 100 of y'all. How many police officers? 50 cops? Come on now.
In hours, he withstood everything from getting shot to receiving a bribe in the form of a Big Mac. Who the f? And just stood there. His name is Tony Allison. But on this day, Tony, he insisted that everybody, including the police, refer to him as Apollo. And it all started with him doing nothing. Yeah, it didn't actually start with that 911 call. That was fake. Surprise. It was actually an off-duty police officer, and he was alerted about a man.
Oh, so that was part of the joke in the intro. Okay, I feel you. Let's see what's going on.
In camo pants and a leather jacket that was quote-unquote disturbing. So this off-duty police officer decides to follow him from Pike's Place Market to the corner of 2nd and Pike. Bro, you're off-duty. Try hard much? Anyways, this is where you see him in the video. Now, Apollo was suspicious of this guy following him, and rightfully so. I would be as well. So he took what the cop describes as a defense.
So still back to racial profiling again. All right, this off-duty cop following a black guy for a couple blocks. Looking suspicious. If I see somebody just following me, I'm like, yo, what's going on with the dude right there? Take out the sword!
Defensive stance with his sword at the ready, which is understandable in a defense situation like this one. But sadly, that was enough for the off-duty cop to call his buddies. And they would remain in that same location for the next 11 hours. They closed all the stores, evacuated everybody, shut down all the streets, caused traffic jams. In case you guys are wondering whether he's actually dangerous with a sword, the news report made sure to seek out a trustworthy source.
The man confirms authorities' worst fears.
Yeah, he knows how to use the sword.
When the cops got there,
can we call Cap? How does he know him? All right, come on now. Come on now. My man, first of all, the stance is gangster. Y'all gotta check that out. The widespread, you got your stance. It's like he's playing basketball but standing straight up. You feel me? You know when you gotta guard somebody, he's on his guards, like posted up. That's what that is.
apparently they tried to bribe the samurai sword out of his hand with a glorious sum of $50. I want you to take one look at this guy and guess how he responded.
Defensive stance.
No, but actually, verbally, he didn't say anything for the entire 11-hour standoff, except mentioning he had brothers in China and Russia and correcting police officers when they wouldn't refer.
Come on now. I thought you meant brothers. China and Russia. Come on now. Come on now. We know you capping.
To him as Apollo. He also said that he was possessed by demons and wanted to kill them.
He talked about Satan. He talked about his brothers in Russia and China, but he never really engaged the
I thought you said he didn't say anything. Apparently he did say much.
negotiator.
But yeah, he just refused to drop the sword. I don't know, I couldn't imagine why. However, the police did not give up here. Nah, they went back to the drawing board and came up with another offer. Now, I can't make this
it's your McDonald's Big Mac. You've got to taste.
They offered him a Big Mac. No, I'm serious, this is real. They offered him McDonald's. This is targeted. Then they assumed since he was unmoved by this, he must have a mental health history. So they tried triggering schizophrenic urges. Of course, he was unmoved by these childish tricks and continued to stand his ground. So the police weren't sure what to do next. Since he wasn't attacking anybody, they had to get the sword out of his hand. They thought about throwing a net over him. They shot him with tranquilizer darts, which had no effect. They also shot him with those riot pellets, those little beanbags. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that scene in Jackass where they shot Johnny Knoxville with one of these things.
It's considered less lethal.
I've never seen that. Oh! Did it hit him in the... No, he didn't. That had to be in the stomach, right?
He was on the ground panting for...
And by the way, if y'all didn't watch Jackass when y'all were little, this was a big show back when I was a little kid. So, I don't know if it still comes out, all right?
For like 20 minutes. He just shrugs it off. Anyway, 2 unfair nut shots.
Oh, this dude. Oh, he's on something. He just ate it. Took it like a G.
Later, he was still standing.
But he endures round after round and shows no sign of surrender.
So then they decided the best route to take is to tear gas him.
The man shakes off the tear gas with almost superhuman strength.
Spray him with a fire hose.
Hoping that he...
Okay, this is really crazy. You know, if you know all about how black people were treated in the 60s, hitting him with the fire hose is crazy. What y'all gonna bring out next? The dogs? This is great. First of all, shout out to him. This dude is really a ninja. All right?
He will lose his grip on the sword. When that doesn't work, they turn the water pressure up, full blast.
And then pin him down with a ladder.
Those guys went down by the book exactly what they were supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure this is the definition of by the book, actually. Now, when you look at this from the outside, who is in the wrong here?
Guns with special bean bags that strike with the same impact as a heavyweight boxer's punch.
Okay, let's see it from the police perspective. Okay, so the police get out there, they see a guy holding a sword. The question is, how did we get here in the first place? Does the guy that made the call, the undercover guy, did he explain to the other police officers how we got here? Because that's very important. Number 2, the fact that he's not speaking to you, that's a little weird. Okay. Number 3, y'all have all these guns facing him. He's literally just standing there, hasn't hurt anyone, and he's waiting for that heat. He's ready to go.
Chemical agents or tear gas makes the suspect very uncomfortable. Burns his eyes, it burns his skin, and it makes it difficult for him to breathe.
The jets of water pack the force of a hurricane wind. Then, in a highly orchestrated maneuver, police pin the suspect down with a ladder, pole, and riot shield.
By the book, exactly what they were supposed to do.
Exactly what it is supposed to do. By the book, okay? Now, can somebody tell that boy to go get an attorney? All right, it's time to sue him and get that back.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. You guys don't want to know my opinion. What do you guys think? Would you consider this excessive force? Let me know in the comments. And you might think this man's had enough. But the tragedy of Tony Apollo Allison's story is not done. As it turns out, only a year prior to the sword incident, Tony Apollo Allison was released from Western State Hospital after finishing a 10-year sentence from a charge in which he pled not guilty due to insanity, a charge of second-degree assault with intent to rape. Before this incident, he was an alcoholic, wandering the streets with a sword on his back, and now he's a man with his name engraved in history. He was later sent back to Western State Hospital. However, his current whereabouts are unknown. Until now, in a twist of events.
Okay, now that I didn't expect. So he does have mental issues. If they let him out, maybe he's out of his medications here. When people don't take their medications, they they're not there. So let me see what happened. Parent outrage, homeless camp next to son's school. Oh boy, let's see what's happening.
I think I might have just found him, or at least some potential evidence he's still out protecting the city. Back in 2021, a dad was with his son at Bitter Lake Playfield, and while passing by a homeless encampment, spotted this distinct shiny object sticking out of the debris. Now, the location of this park happens to be about 50 miles away from Western State Hospital, or a mere 8.2 miles away from where this whole thing began. Now, due to Apollo's story being very old and many news sources doing very minuscule amounts of deep diving and just very little information in general, I had to resort to these 2 blog posts excessively. This one's got a really neat website, so go check it out.
Got a lot of neat posts about like alien, CIA project, cover-up stuff.
Go check it out. Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, shout out to This Is Sir W. Great video. I've never heard of this, which is kind of crazy, but 97, I was very little, so I didn't care what was going on in the world. All I cared about is, I don't know, cartoons and video games and whatever. Anyway, shout out to my guy. I hope he's doing well. The fact that y'all just saw a sword next to a tent doesn't mean it's actually him, but it is in the same city. Approximation, you know, makes a difference. But anyway, the point is, hopefully everybody went home. It didn't seem like you took a lawsuit against the establishment, so I'm sure something is not right there. So, you know, you might need to go back and get your money, my boy. Statute of limitation is not out yet, is it? 97 till today. Ooh, it's a long time. See you in the next one. Your boy's out.